What's up everyone, my name is Mystic and today we're watching a video by Kurtis. I don't know if I've actually watched a video of his on the channel or not, but I have watched a lot of his videos on my own time. And today the video is the reality show So Bad It Was Cancelled after one episode. And this seems to be like maybe an adoption themed show based on the thumbnail I saw. But let's get right into it. Check out the original video down below. And yeah.
Folks, I know it looks like I'm in a different room right now, but I'm not. This is the room I'm always in. You sound crazy right now. Reality TV
I usually am crazy.
have always been a little insane. For example, Survivor.
Oh.
I hardly know her. But seriously, take Survivor for example. You put a bunch of
my grandmother used to be obsessed with that show. But no, that's a different show I'm thinking of. She was obsessed with Naked and Afraid, but hated the fact that they were naked in a show called Naked and Afraid, which is very interesting. So wrong show, but similar theme, right? They're both surviving shows. I don't know, I never watched either one of them.
Strangers on an island and force them to do a bunch of fucked up stuff. People have been found dead in jail for doing that. Straight up, I think you can pretty much get away with anything if you just film all of it and then release it as a reality TV show. If they came out with a reality competition show called So You Think You Can Push a War Veteran Down the Stairs, I hate to say it, I would not only watch that show every week, I think I would apply to be a contestant. I can't remember the show. Yes, I think I can do. And don't get me wrong.
There's one show where a normal dude was like surrounded by a bunch of actors who he thought were real other people. Like, I forget the thing, but they did some crazy stuff on that show.
Don't get me at all, actually. I love reality competition shows. I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race for years.
Seen it.
I just finished the new season of Top
Never
Chef.
Seen
and
it.
I used to beg my mom to let me call in and vote for David Archuleta on American Idol in 2000.
Never seen it.
I've been eating this shit
I'm not a
dude.
TV
and a lot of the
person.
shows that are coming out with these days are pretty wild. Beast Games, for example, is so crazy.
Not gonna watch it.
I've only watched like 10 minutes of one episode and then I got a headache and I had to turn it off.
0 minutes.
But none of these modern day reality competition TV shows are as crazy as they used to be back in the early 2000s, dude. This was the golden era of reality TV. You had shows like The Swan, where you had two Korean shows we've been seeing plastic surgery so they could try to win a beauty pageant. You had Kid Nation, a show where they just dropped off a bunch of children in a deserted town and forced them to create a functioning society. You could make any insane idea into a reality show in the early 2000s, which brings us to the topic of today's video. In the year 2005, a reality competition show aired on Fox titled Who's Your Daddy? And it's definitely one of the most insane premises for a reality TV show that I've ever seen in my life. I could describe it to you, but I think it'd be better if I showed you a promo that aired for this television show.
If you've never met your father,
I'm your dad, Dad. I'm your dad.
Could you pick him
I
out
have so many fathers.
I was adopted when I was 6 weeks old.
Witness the most dramatic reunion event ever televised.
I'm scared to death.
And a lifelong dream fulfilled.
Dad? Oh, God.
Who's Your Daddy? A 90-minute Fox special, Monday, January 3rd.
Okay. My ideas for how this is gonna go is everyone's adopted. How would they even figure out? How do they get both sides to agree to this show? Like, how do they find the donor? Well, is it the I don't think that's the right word. How do they find the dad and the adopted child and get them both to agree to this? But I guess they're gonna be like personality things to see who they think is their father, maybe. I don't know why it would get canceled. I don't understand the logistics of it just yet.
Yeah, man. A girl who's never met her biological father before has to pick him out from a group of 8 middle-aged men, and if she does, she wins $100,000. And she also gets to meet her biological dad or whatever the fuck. But the twist is, if any of the men who are not her father are able to convince her that they are her father, then they win the $100,000. So the first episode of Who's Your Daddy
And she
that
doesn't
we're gonna
meet
talk
her
about
dad.
today, it actually aired as a pilot for a planned 6-episode season, but Fox ended up immediately canceling it after the first episode due to the show's performance and lackluster reviews. Who's Your Daddy was met
so
with
just no one
backlash from
liked it?
adoptive parents and several protests from adoption organizations. Adam Pertman, executive director of the Evan B. Donaldson Adoption Institute at the time, wrote about this show. The very idea of taking such a deeply personal, complex situation and turning it into a money-grubbing game show is perverse, destructive, and insensitive to others.
But also great television. You can't forget that though. But I guess apparently it wasn't great television. But other deeply personal, complex situations are great television. Absolutely great television. Like that truth-telling show that lie detector tests are not good, but they make good for good steaks on a TV show.
And I totally agree with him.
But
Is what I would say if I was a fucking puss.
Yeah.
Up, pal, it's TV.
Who's your
Dogs
behavior?
A sense of whimsy, dude. So I thought it'd be fun if we watched the pilot episode of Who's Your Daddy,
Okay.
and I want to see if we can accomplish 2 things. Number
What?
1, find out where it went wrong. Number 2, see
Probably from the
if
beginning.
we can improve it in any way. So without
Okay.
further ado, let's watch Who's Your Daddy. The episode starts with a little backstory on the contestant. Her name is TJ. She was adopted when she was a baby, and she has a great relationship with her adoptive parents, which is obviously amazing. But she's always wanted to know
Amazing.
who her biological parents are.
I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling excited, nervous, so many emotions.
I'm pretty sure TJ thinks that she's going to this big house to have a nice, normal reunion
Boy,
with her
is she
biological
wrong.
father. Which is why she's pretty shocked when this happens.
Your dad is behind that door right now.
they didn't tell her. Okay, so immediately I'm already wrong. I thought it would be like multiple different parents and different children, adopted children things. So immediately I'm wrong. This is more like a Bachelor style thing, which I've never even watched The Bachelor either. So off to a good start.
Imagine she just doesn't understand it at all. All of you are my dads?
Wow. Impressive.
All right, go mom.
Your dad's standing right in front of you now.
Fuck, man, that's gotta be a crazy feeling, dude. I mean, getting stared at by 8 middle-aged men, I imagine that's
Horrifying
already pretty
experience.
stressful, but this adds a whole other layer to it, man. Also, real quick, I gotta say, the guys who are pretending to be her...
What happens if you find one of them attractive? Like, what if you're into, like, DILFs? And... what... what if you find one of them attractive? What happens then? Just hope it's not your father? Okay.
dad, they're fucking blowing it so far. Bro, if I had to convince her that I was her dad for $100,000,
I would do a
I'd be
great
up there
job.
like, TJ, it's me. I'm your father.
You
Like,
don't
guys, what the
remember
fuck?
me?
I'm just stand there, dude. I will say, though, some of these guys look really emotional. Like, this is clearly getting to them, and okay, all right, never mind, except for this guy. Holy shit.
Hello,
I hope-
TJ.
I hope
My
it's
name is
that
Rick,
dude.
and I'm your dad.
Jesus Christ, man. Every time they point the
I'm your
camera to this guy, he's
father.
just fucking, hey, I'm your dad. It's me.
And I'm your
Hi,
dad.
TJ. My name is Carl. I'm from Simi Valley, California, and I'm your dad.
Okay, so right off rip, it's that guy, obviously, right? Show's over. Show's fucking over. It's obviously that guy.
I don't
Literally
think
on
so.
the verge of tears, bro. Who could it be? Now, one of
I
these
disagree
four men
with
is your
Connor, who
father.
has seen
Take a
the-
good look
the
at
show.
them, try to spot any similarities or if anyone's showing any emotion or anything like that. It could be any of these guys. So the guys give their introductions and they all end it with, and TJ's gut
I'm your
instinct
dad.
is telling her that this guy Scott is her father. But she also has a few other front runners as well.
Then I looked around, and then my attention was drawn to Charlie. And then Sam caught my attention because he kept looking down, and it was like he was trying so hard not to show emotion.
Yeah,
That
well,
seems like he's
doing a better
trying
job then.
He was
really
trying
hard
so
to
hard not to show emotion.
So next they host a little cocktail party where TJ can sort of mingle and have one-on-one conversations with each dad.
What 2 things would your friends say to describe you?
Honest and willing to help.
Okay.
Again, these guys are fucking blowing it already, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If I was one of these guys pretending to be her dad, I would be inconsolable, dude. I'd be on the ground weeping at her feet, begging for forgiveness, dude. 100 KOs on the line.
Hell yeah.
Please lock in.
That's like millions and millions in
I'm your
today's.
dad. I'm 100% your dad. I'm not lying. Do not listen to these.
Let's take the DNA test. Give me your blood. Give me your blood. Give me your blood.
I swear on your biological mother's life.
And I'm your dad.
So TJ asks a bunch of questions to these guys,
fucked
and they
your
give the
mother
most
so
boring
hard.
answers ever.
I like hiking, tried jogging and bicycle riding, but I like to go slower because you can absorb a lot more.
And now we cut to a talking head from her actual dad.
Get to know TJ with other men around. There was a jealousy.
All right, I guess I can understand that a little bit, but that's
I
so
don't.
funny for the dad to actually be jealous of the other guys, dude. Like,
That-
if
that
someone
was
is able to
so
trick her into
weirdly
thinking that they're her
phrased.
dad, it's not like they actually get to be her dad when the show is over, right? Like, you're her dad.
You-
Like, other people are
also,
allowed to
you
talk
just
to your
met
daughter,
her.
dude. It's fine. I guess that concludes the parent-teacher meeting. Any questions? Yeah, just one. How fucking dare you? What? You're teaching my daughter stuff?
How
The
dare
fuck do
you?
you think you are? Dude, that's my job. You think you're her dad or something? No, I'm her teacher. Oh, I'm sorry. I just really haven't been able to spend that much time with her lately, and I guess I'm just a little jealous. Work's been really busy at the plastic straw factory, and it's like, those turtles aren't gonna kill themselves. Hey, man, I get
Right.
it. It's okay. Look,
gotta kill
your
those
daughter
turtles
told me
for my
that
daughter.
she really wants to go roller skating with you. Why don't you guys go do that right now? Roller skating? Wow. Her mom always loved doing that with her before she passed. I never thought she liked it. But that sounds really boring. And I don't want to do that. What the fuck, man? Stop talking to my daughter.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Dad, can we
Stay
go
away from my
home?
daughter.
I need to go pray so I can go to heaven and see.
Shut up!
You're going to hell.
Alright, so once TJ has gotten the opportunity to talk to all the dads,
Right.
or sorry, get talked to by all the dads while she ignores them, the host of the show brings her to a secret room where she can spy on all the dads via surveillance cams. And I do not envy TJ whatsoever because these have got to be the most boring conversations I've ever heard.
That's like most dad
Does anybody have a
conversations.
good fishing story to
Ho,
tell?
ho, ho.
I know the answer to that question.
No.
Nobody on Earth has a good fishing story to tell, dude. Here's every fishing story. One time I almost caught a fish.
I caught a big
but then
fish.
it got away. One time I caught a fish and it was big. One time a fish was there, but then it wasn't there.
One time I caught a fish, but it was a crab. That's my story. Also, one time my dad caught a shark accidentally.
Yeah, I'm making a firm stance right here. Fuck fishing, bro. If I get invited to go fishing, it better be spelled with a PH. Yeah, me and the homies
Yeah.
on a boat. Sending fake emails to steal
Hell
sensitive
yeah.
data from the
I
elders.
love
So
fishing
TJ is watching all
scams.
these guys, and she's getting a little overwhelmed by trying to look at all the men individually. But thankfully, the host helps out a little.
Just look at what they've chosen to eat.
Finola and I see that he's eating all the ice cream that the cherries left.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
What does
Buddy
that
was
have to do with
having a real
anything?
tough time with that ice cream there, dude.
Me
That sucks
too.
that they got that on camera.
Oh yeah, the cherry. I can't stand cherries.
Then eats the cherry. I'm like, great. Okay, well, so much for that clue.
Yeah, I don't know if food.
How would
preferences
he
are genetic.
know?
I mean, they obviously
Why would-
play a
why-
part,
why would
right?
that
But I don't know
be
if you should
passed
base your
down?
decision on that alone,
Yeah.
especially for a bunch of old guys. Like, I feel like they'll fucking eat anything that you put in front of them. Dude. I'm also a little surprised that after giving all of these old men all that champagne, that they're not accidentally spoiling the entire show right now, dude. Just imagine one dude who doesn't know that he's being secretly recorded right now, and he's just like, I got a crazy fishing story
I'm
for
such
you
a
guys.
lightweight.
30 years ago,
I'm
I
your
put a kid
father.
named TJ up for adoption. Still never met her. And then I went fishing. So once TJ is done spying on the dad, she now has to make a difficult decision and eliminate half of the men,
I need you now to select
Half?
4.
leaving only the men that she thinks could be her father.
Imagine you get rid of your dad off pick.
TJ, it's been a roller coaster emotionally.
Okay, hold on. So none of these guys are her dad then? They keep showing her dad. That's her dad right there. And none of these guys are a pitch black,
Pre-recorded.
featureless entity with a
Oh,
scary
yeah, they look
voice. That'd be
totally
awesome to have a
different.
dad to look like that though, dude. That'd be sick. I'm just really gonna miss him. I know, it's hard. But at least you have all those pictures with him. Yeah, that's true. This is me and him at Disneyland. They almost didn't let him in because
How
he
did they
didn't have
find
an
the guy
ID.
from the
Wow, I know. It's like, excuse me, how could you have an ID
I
if you were never
butchered the
technically
joke.
born? Never born?
damn it.
This is him and I on Bring Your Kid
How
to
do they
Work Day.
find the guy from
Okay.
the Epstein
Where did he
files?
work? The void.
Black
It's just this
box.
realm beyond human comprehension. I still have nightmares about it. Okay, I'm sorry if this sounds insensitive. What was your dad? You know that uneasy feeling you get when you think you're being watched?
That man.
That was my dad. Always watching, plotting, scheming. He even told me years
Sounds
ago
like a
that he
good
could never
dad.
truly die, and that his energy would simply attach itself to a new and willing host. Okay, I think I should go. So TJ walks out and gets ready to
Such a
eliminate
nice dad.
half of the dads. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what happens if she eliminates her dad? And don't
Yeah.
worry, they explain that right now.
So if you pick correctly, then the money stays exactly the same.
Okay.
If you pick incorrectly, then it goes from $100,000 down to $75,000.
So yeah, if her dad is in the group that she chooses to stay, then the money stays at $100,000. But if her real dad is in the group that she eliminates, the prize money goes down to $75,000. Boo-hoo, I know. Also, the way they're all lined up right now
she
is
doesn't
making me realize
get
that this is
money
just The
and-
Bachelor for adopted children.
Yeah.
This is the dad-chiller, dude. Instead of giving them a rose, you give them a fucking bush light. Okay, here are the guys
Hell
that TJ
yeah.
chooses to stay. TJ picked Charlie because she felt an immediate connection to him. Carl because he seems like the type of guy her mom would choose, even though she doesn't know who her mom is either. Rick because he was smiling really big. And Scott because he was the front runner from the beginning. Now let's see if her dad is one of the 4 guys she picked to stay.
Uh-oh.
Father is
Oh my God.
in that group of men.
Woo.
Let's go, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right, so my top pick is Carl, dude, still, because every time they cut to him, he is fucking bawling his eyes out.
don't
man.
know the
But hey, who
names,
knows,
but
right?
I
Maybe it's
don't
all an
think
act.
it's
Maybe
him.
he's crying tears of joy thinking about all the fishing
He might
trips
just be a really
he's
good
gonna go
actor.
on with that $100,000. I'm gonna have so many fishing stories. The next day, they plan a little game/challenge
Okay.
to help TJ narrow down her decision. The host comes in and tells TJ that
DNA
back
test.
in the 70s, her biological father actually won a disco dance contest. So she's
Oh,
bringing all
God.
the guys to dance for TJ so she could see which one of these guys could be her father based on their rhythm, I guess.
Okay.
You'll be sorry you did this.
Jesus Christ.
That feels like a threat.
What's Rick gonna do, man? I'm gonna fucking get you for it. So TJ teaches them a little bit of dance choreography. They're all dancing, laughing, having a good time. And this is
Okay.
really funny because only the biological father knows why they're dancing because he
Yeah.
was the dancer. So in his head,
Also, it's from the 70s. That's like 7, 8, 9. That's like 30 years past when this happened. I feel like even the dad might not remember dancing that good.
he's like, oh, okay, we're doing this because they know that I won a disco contest in the 70s, right? But the fake dads have no idea why the fuck they're dancing for
Are we
TJ.
sure they didn't,
But
like,
I am glad they
tell
kept
them?
this in the show because this is literally some of the most moving television I've ever seen. It's so beautiful. TJ's biological father is unable to come right out and say, it's me, I'm your father. So he has to harness the raw, artistic power of dance to show
I'm dancing
TJ
right
the
now.
truth.
You can't tell, but I'm
Hips don't lie.
dancing.
Carl, I thought the dancing was hilarious.
He's ahead of his
Damn,
time.
I'm fucking with Carl's moves head,
Hell yeah.
dude. Holy shit. Buddy's getting fucking yoinky sploinky with it, man. Holy crap. It'd be so funny to cut to a close-up of him and he's crying. When everybody's done dancing for TJ, the host brings her into an office to explain the next activity.
So your dad is set up in a super secret location for an instant message.
That's right, guys. TJ gets to have an instant message conversation with her father.
She said I was going to get to talk to my father over the internet.
First time anybody's been stoked about chatting with an old man on the internet.
Okay, tell me what I need to know.
And by pausing the episode, you can see a little bit of their conversation. Are you and my birth mom still together? No. Did she have freckles? No. Honestly, in the grand scheme of dad messages, he's actually providing a lot of information. If this was
Thumbs up
realistic, the
emoji.
dad would respond
Thumbs down
to everything
emoji.
that she asks with a thumbs up emoji.
I can't wait to be reunited.
Venmo request pops up. Need money for beers. I'm your dad. Now TJ has to cut the men
If I was a
in
good
half
dad,
again.
leave a $20
Not
tip.
literally. That'd be pretty crazy, right? A dad can't just be a pair of legs. Because then he'd be a stepdad.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
TJ has to narrow it down to just 2 men. And honestly,
Ooh.
I don't know if I'd be able to do it if I was her. Even me right now, I don't think I'll be able to do it. And I've known my dad my whole life.
Charlie.
I forget what mine looks like.
Are not as straight as the rest.
I saw him like last month.
My 2 eye teeth came in behind my other eye teeth.
Oh, hold up.
What?
Eye teeth? Do my eyes have teeth? What the hell? I didn't know my eyes had teeth. Well, what's that old saying? You eat with your eyes first? Now I get it. Okay, I just looked it up, and eye teeth is a term for your canine teeth. That's pretty cool. At the very
Oh,
least, this
I have
show taught me
canines.
something new. In this elimination round, TJ eliminates Smiley Rick and keeps Scott as one of her possible fathers. So now there's just Charlie and Carl left. We are Charlie and Carl. Okay.
Carl, when I saw you watch me watching these
Okay,
men
I'm slowly
dance
hopping on the
tears in your
Carla
eyes.
Why you
train.
gotta air him out like that, dude? I wasn't crying. Guys, she's fucking lying, dude. Those weren't tears. There was saliva from my eye teeth.
Charlie, you have an incredible spirit.
Incredible spirit.
Holy shit. I know this is like supposed to be really emotional,
It's
but holy
not,
fuck,
though.
it is so hard to take it seriously
Yeah.
when every few seconds they're showing slow-mo footage of middle-aged men grinding on a dance floor, dude. No matter what the circumstances are, that's gonna take you out of it a little bit, no matter what. I can't believe it's been 10 years since Grandpa fell into that gorilla enclosure.
Yeah.
Do you remember how I used to dance?
Oh God.
I'm glad we left him in there with that gorilla. Okay, sorry, let's see who TJ sends home.
But Charlie, I think he may be my dad.
What? After all the tears cried by Carl, she still eliminated him, dude? Bold move. Let's see if she was right.
Your dad is, in fact, in this group. You are correct.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Carl isn't the dad, dude? That's crazy, man. He was just
Hey,
crying
my
for the love
original
of the
guess
game,
was
man.
correct.
My name is Don Gilmore. I live in Simi Valley, and I wish the two of you may the most that you wish for be the least that you get.
Yeah, well, if he's
What?
not TJ's dad, can he be my dad? What the fuck? This guy rules, man.
God bless you.
So TJ
What does
still
that
has a
mean?
shot at
Am I
$100,000. She just has to pick correctly between the two guys the next day. Before that, they
Okay.
show her a video from her father's friend explaining the circumstances
Is that
of
not
her
the
birth,
the
and it's a pretty
second
crazy
dude?
story. So I
They
guess her
look
dad was
they look so
enlisted in the
similar.
army, and TJ
What?
was born of her birthday. Before that, a shot at $100,000. She just has to pick correctly between
That dude. Okay, well he doesn't have a beard. all the old men look the same to me.
the
I'm
two
sorry.
guys the next day. Before that, they show her a video from her father's
it was straight
friend
up video
explaining
of
the
her dad.
circumstances of her birth,
Of
and
the
it's a pretty
second
crazy
dude.
story. So I guess her dad was enlisted in the army, and TJ was born right before he was sent away.
Okay.
And when he held TJ in his arms for the first time, he was actually planning on like running away from the army to raise TJ, but they actually stopped him before he did that. They had to make a tough decision, and they ultimately decided to put TJ up for adoption. Her dad
Yeah.
went off to war, and him and TJ's mom ended up breaking up. So
L.
devastating situation overall. Like, just absolutely brutal thing for these two young people to go through. And I feel like this scene demonstrates the issue that people had with this television show. This is a brutal,
is it?
heartbreaking reveal.
Which
and TJ
one
is
is
clearly going
it?
through a roller coaster of emotions upon learning this information.
Your dad's always been thinking about you and always been trying to find you.
But the whole time when I'm watching
Pick
this in the
out
back of
which
my mind, I'm
one
like,
it
oh yeah, this is a
is.
fucking game show. This is literally dad or no dad, bro. Like, I think the juxtaposition of them trying to make this emotional and serious, mixed with them also being like, make these boys dance for $100,000. It's just, I don't know if it's the best fit sometimes. You
I
know,
think
just
it's
a lot. I hate to
perfect.
say it, but the dichotomy is crazy. It's the final challenge for the dads, okay, guys? They get to have a final one-on-one conversation with TJ, and they also get to bring her a gift. But before that, we get a nice teaser before the commercial break.
TJ's father has a surprise that will blow her away.
A bazooka.
A gun.
That'd be a crazy ending to the show. Biological father walks out. Okay, so Steven shows up. Steven here. And he starts talking about why he had to give up TJ for adoption.
And she wasn't going to be able to take care of you by herself. She made the decision, and I accepted it.
Okay, he's tearing up while he's telling the story. I could definitely see why she thought that he could be her father. I could believe him. But then again, my dad Carl was crying the whole time, and he wasn't the fucking dad. He was lying. So who knows? Let's see what Steven
Good
gives
actors,
TJ for
good
her
actors.
You
gift.
mentioned your German short-hair retriever, and I want you to have it. This is for you.
I'm sorry I had to give you up all those years ago.
Here's a dog.
Here's a stuffed animal. Okay, now it's Charlie's turn to explain to TJ why he had to give her up for adoption.
I was in the United States Marine Corps. I couldn't get leave at that time. It was probably the best decision.
Yeah, Charlie goes into a lot more detail about the situation, and it kind of lines up more with the video they showed TJ. So he could also be the dad.
Right.
I don't know. It could go either
Did they
way. So let's
both
see what
get to
Charlie
see the
brought for a
video?
gift.
But this is the picture that I have had in my mind for the last 20 years as I see you in my dreams.
Okay, obviously I edited that. This is actually what Charlie drew for TJ.
No.
Love that.
It kind of looks like Napoleon Dynamite's drawing of Trisha, but it is
Never seen
very
it.
sweet that he did that, and I love it. Okay, this man is a sweetheart.
I want to
Yeah.
give this to you.
Okay, we're now at the climax of the episode.
Okay.
It's time for TJ to pick who she thinks her father is.
I do not
I think the drawing
want to
one.
choose wrong because I did not want my dad to think this was not important to me.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't even think about that. I guess if she picked the wrong dad, her real dad would be a little offended, right? That should be
Well,
a
they
punishment.
never
Let's raise the stakes a
met.
little bit, right? If you pick wrong, they kill
What
your
is with
real
the
dad
audio?
in front of you.
I
Like
believe
little
that
scouts.
my father is
Carl.
Charlie.
Which one is that?
Let's go. Anybody have a good fishing story to tell?
Dude, she did it. Isn't that insane? I mean, they definitely should not have let TJ watch that
That's the
video
one that had
from
the-
her dad's friend, because that gave the entire backstory. So when Charlie told TJ the exact same backstory, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer at that point. So they have a nice emotional reunion.
I can't tell
They then
all
bid
two
farewell to
apart.
Scott.
Was he the dog or the artist?
Which is nice, but also at the same time, I'd be like, fuck you for lying to me, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Let go of my daughter! Still gets jealous.
Get away from her!
With TJ's dad revealing that she actually has 3 half-sisters, and he also brings out
Damn,
her
he
birth
got
mother she stayed in
around.
contact with.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Pretty fucking brutal that it was a nice happy ending to the pilot episode of the show. Everything went off without
I wish it was a
hitch.
bad
And even after
ending.
all of that, the network were like, nah, this is fucking cheeks, bro. Cancel. But at least TJ is really grateful for her $100,000.
Hell yeah.
$100,000.
That's so,
Woo.
so kind. Thank you.
Tone it down, dude. They did technically end up airing the rest of the taped episodes of Who's Your Daddy. They aired them on the Fox reality channel on Father's Day in 2005. And this show
Really?
also inspired a show called Who's Your Mommy, which aired for a whopping 2 episodes.
Ooh. I want to see that.
Your mommy.
I do feel bad that the show didn't work out though, because I do think this has the potential to be a really popular show. I just think they need to switch the rules
Maybe
around
not
a little bit. And
popular,
here's
but
what I'm
really
thinking. I think the show's
memed.
fatal flaw was not knowing what it wanted to be. It stuck between an emotional, dramatic documentary about adopted children and a weird reality TV competition. So I say they gotta pick one. And obviously the one to pick is the reality TV competition. I'm thinking the end result is the same. If the real dad wins, he gets to meet his biological daughter,
Yeah.
and she also wins $100,000.
That's so, so kind.
And if
But
she
if the
doesn't,
fake dad wins, he gets the $100,000. But I don't think TJ
And
should
she
have a say in the
never meets her
eliminations at all. I
dad.
think it should be up to the real dad to prove himself that he wants it more than the other dads. Yeah,
Huh?
this show needs to be a straight up dad off. 3 challenges. Challenge number 1. Drinking competition.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? You give each dad a case of 24 beers. The first 4 dads to drink their case of 24 beers, they move on to the next round. Challenge number 2. Each dad has to successfully build a dresser from IKEA and then mount a TV on the wall. And the first 2 dads to complete these tasks move on to the final. Challenge number 3. And this is when the 2 dads play a straight up, no bullshit game of Russian roulette. Full on televised, real game, full stakes, Russian roulette. Because if your biological dad really loves you,
I'll
he
give you a
should
million
be
bucks for
willing to
this
take a bullet
right now.
to finally meet you. So yeah, that's Who's Your Daddy. A really fun premise that just, didn't
Yeah.
really work out. I'm happy for TJ, and she went on to have a very successful career in acting. She
Oh,
was in a
really?
couple Darman videos that I watched, and
Oh,
she did a good
that's-
job.
We're not
is that successful?
just telling stories.
I'm your dad.
All right, that's it. Thanks for watching this little video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button, because believe it or not, 1 like equals
Something.
your dad. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know if you have any suggestions on how this show could have improved, or if you have any other shows from this era that you want me to talk about.
Hell yeah.
Leave them in the comment section, because I fucking love making these videos.
Hell yeah. And let me know if I am your father or not. Did the DNA test work? Am I your father now? The DNA has turned me into your father, okay? It doesn't tell you if I am or not your father. It just makes you my kid. Okay. Well, what am I saying? I don't know. I wish this show lasted longer. Just to see how many families it could fuck up. Yeah. Okay, until next time. Bye.